Yesterday I talked about how we can become fearful. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about today, which I mentioned, is being helpless. When we look at helpless, we look at that things are beyond our control and that we are not useful. And so if we challenge that to become mentally healthy when we're dealing with these types of situations, is we recognize that the more we pay attention to ourselves and the more we take care of the things that we can take care of, the less helpless we feel. So for so long, we have probably identified ourselves by our job, by, we're a parent or we're a brother or we're a sister or we're somewhat identified outside of ourselves. But when we identify ourselves inside, we start to recognize that we are not helpless. Remember, we go back to those skills and techniques that each one of you possess and we very much need in a time like this. So what we look for is we try to look for a person is useful. You as an individual, you're useful. And so when we talk about being helpless, what does that mean? So let's break that down. If we take the positivity that we've put in those shadows and allowed our mood to get down, if we take those out and we start to be more positive, we recognize we're not helpless. What we know is we're very useful. We can determine information, we can evaluate it, we can determine what information needs to be continued on and put out there. What we can also do is not dwell on the unknown. Is we should be able to get used to things changing and being different. And when we do that, we're utilizing skills that maybe we hadn't had to use in a while, but we still have them. So what we call that is those are underdeveloped skills, but you still have the skills. Remember, I've already explained that I am a strength-based therapist. That's the approach that I take. Everybody has those skills, just some skills we don't use as often. You're now being asked to use skills that you haven't had to use for a while. You have more time to think, you have more time to be at home, you're not being able to rush around, you're being told you can't maybe go certain places or be out and do certain things. And so take this time to relish that you don't have the expectations to do that. But I want to encourage you to put the expectation on yourself to take care of who you are. You're not helpless. We don't need to fear the unknown. What we want to do is encourage each person to know that our unique individual characteristics are what are going to make us very useful, which is going to make us not helpless. So I hope this was helpful. Tomorrow, what I thought that I would do is kind of expand on those things so that we're all getting up and doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. And before I leave, I hope that you got up this morning, looked in the mirror, talked about some positive affirmations for you, talked about things that you're grateful for, and recognize you're not helpless. All right. So remember, when you feel special, you will make others feel special. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.